Are you looking for a new football news app? I can't lie, that's a very odd thing to just say in normal conversation, but I mean, then you've got to make sure to check out One Football down in the description below for all of your news, whether you're a Barca fan, Liverpool fan, or an Alfreton. I don't know if it has them, I'm not gonna lie. Just download it anyway. So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you yet another episode of our Wolves career mode here on FIFA 19. And now for those that missed last episode, you missed us make our debut in Europe. We made our Europa League debut playing against Swiss side St. Gallen, and today we'll be seeing more of the same. As you can see by the calendar, we're finishing off September with a game against Crystal Palace in the league, and then facing Torino of Italy in the Europa League. Brighton and Spurs round out the episodes. We play 4 games in this one. Now, one of the top performers last episode was this man here, Molineux, and that means for a second time in a row, he is your player of the episode from last time, which means he's now on 6 points already in the race to being potential boosted. Of course, obviously, once you've obtained 10, you get potential boosted once in the transfer window, and then every 10 you get after that, you get potential boosted again. So in 2 episodes, he's already managed to accumulate 6 points, which is very impressive, and that will mean he should be playing a lot more in this episode as well because of his good form. I'll get onto the formation changes in a moment. Second place in that vote, interestingly enough, was Helder Costa, and I believe that's the first time he's ever appeared. And Joseph Martinez was third, which means he's only 1 point away from being potential boosted for a second time now. So I mentioned formation changes, and here is the change we are making. We've been playing 4-3-3 the entirety of this series, but Molineux's incredible form recently means we're actually going to try something new. We're going to play with 2 strikers up top, the Molineux and Martinez combination, and this could be a complete game change. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, it means Sancho and Adama play a little bit further back, and it also means we've got 1 less in central midfield. Now that it is time for game number 1 of this episode, and we are facing Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Now, the game at Selhurst Park last year was an absolute classic for this series. It ended 4-3. We talked about it last episode. Max Jackson is going to be making his Premier League debut. He was incredible in the cup against Southampton, just a game after Rui Patricio gifted the same side 3 points in the league. So, Jackson is getting his opportunity in this episode. So we step out onto the pitch, 8th in the league going into this game, though with a game in hand on a lot of the teams around us. A win here and we can go as high as 4th position. But overall, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this new formation works. Obviously, Molineux and Martinez in the same side is something we've never tried, and I've never tried generally having 2 strikers in the same team. So we'll have to see whether it works out or not, as Zahara's on the ball here for Crystal Palace, gives it to Connor Wickham, saved though by Max Jackson. Chopping back, manages to find Connor Wickham, still Connor Wickham, puts the ball in, Jackson has to tip the ball over the bar. 2 saves made already by the Youth Academy man. Ball there through to Zahar, good ball in to find Townsend, and that is 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Poor from ourselves, we've been poor in the first 15 odd minutes of this game, generally speaking. I think it's been coming. Who's the man marking him there? It's Neves. So, Neves is CDM. Neves is a CDM, so why is he marking that man? It comes back to Johnny Otto again. The left back is the man who should have been dealing with the right-sided Crystal Palace player, and he was not doing that. So, again, it's a situation of poor marking from Johnny Otto. That was the reason why we conceded one of the goals to Southampton last time. Martinez has got Adama out to the right-hand side, and he's found the Spaniard. Molineux and Martinez need to get into the middle. Adama swings in. It's actually to the back stick towards Ziyech, who can try and cut this one back. It's still Hakim Ziyech with the outside of the boot shot, falls to Martinez, blocked by the defender. Adama puts it back in towards Martinez, and it's cleared by Palace in the end. Turns back, finds Neves. This now is Molineux on the turn. It's still Molineux, saved there from Giatta and cleared by Townsend, and suddenly we're really knocking on the door. Going behind has actually woken us up in this game. This is a good little counter-attack here, and Adama is in acres of space. It's Adama Traore against Giatta, and that is the equaliser. Wonderful move, finished off by Adama Traore, who scored our first 2 goals of the season, and this time a goal for Wolves has been coming. Ever since we went behind, we've stepped up a gear, we've woken up. That's not really what I like to see. I want us to start off on the front foot rather than go behind. Having hit the woodwork and forced a couple of saves out of Crystal Palace's Spanish goalkeeper, we can probably say we deserve now to be back on level terms. Gonna find the right man to pass to. In the end, just runs into Ziyech, but we haven't got the ball back. This is Max Meyer on the turn, and Max Jackson, I think, just tipped that one over the bar. Did he? No, he didn't. Apparently, it goes out for a goal kick. I don't know why it came up with his name or whether he only got contact after the ball went out of play, but regardless, that was a good effort from Meyer. To be fair, this season so far has been a lot more testing than season number 1, which is good. I like that because it's more rewarding when you actually get goals and when you get wins, etc. But I think it's asking a lot more questions of some of our main players, the likes of Rui Patricio and Johnny Otto, who were obviously surefire starters for the majority of season number 1, whereas they've not really been up to it recently. Neves, Martinez with a lovely clip over the top there into Ziyech. What a ball that was from Martinez, and it really deserved a finish. Oh my goodness me. What a pass from Martinez. Meanwhile, we're coming forward here with Martinez and Sanchez. That's now out wide here to Adama Traore. There's men in the middle. One of them is Munir. He's missed it. He's just missed the ball. Oh my God, Munir. He's just missed the ball. I haven't even made contact with it. I'm baffled. I'm actually perplexed. I didn't mistime that. I didn't even make contact with it. The animation has just missed the ball. Are you mental? Munir. What on earth? How has that even happened? We're coming forward again, though, with Adama Traore, saved by Goyata. Munir this time scores, and it is 2-1. He couldn't miss from there, and in the 72nd minute, we take a lead. We 1,000% deserved. I still can't believe Munir missed that. That was an incredible save from Goyata. But Munir was in the right place at the right time. I'm not going to lie, in fairness, this has been a crazy game with what's been going on. This has been flipping mental. Palace are coming forward here. Maguire brings his man down. This is now Baptiste with the shot. Well saved by Max Jackson in goal. Baptiste into Meyer. This is Milivojevic with the shot, and Max Jackson is able to save. Yet another save from the youngster. He's been very good in this game, I gotta say. What is going on here? What have they done to the stamina offline? Nobody's got any stamina. Maguire's got no stamina. Well, Maguire's got to come off. He's got nothing left, but neither's Neves. Milivojevic skips past Neves. Ball through, well intercepted by Upamecano. That touch was absolutely vital. Oh, and it's changed the positions because we've changed to defensive. Good-o. Lovely. I love to see that. Neves is actually dead. Neves has passed out on the pitch. Wonderful scenes. EA, what have you done to the game? That is the end of the game. Not all that much happened in the final 10 minutes because I suspect everyone was dead on their feet. I don't know what has happened to stamina. We grabbed the win then in that game. That should propel us into at least the top 5 in the league. Adama Traore was the man of the match, 8.9 for him. Ziyech there as well with an 8.6 rating. I mean, they've recovered to an extent, not that much, certainly not as much as I would like, and certainly not as much as they should have done between a Saturday fixture and a Thursday fixture. So as you can see, it's now time for our first Europa League game and European fixture, generally speaking, at home and at the Molineux. The European tour is coming back to Wolverhampton for a hot second. Couple of changes. Jonathan David in for the tired Munir. We've also got Willy Bolly in for the tired Harry Maguire, and Samaseku in for the tired Ruben Neves. Here we go, out onto the pitch come Wolves and Torino. Looking forward to this game. Rui Patricio is back in goal as well. I've just clocked him there. That's just because I forgot to put Max Jackson back in again. Funes Mori with a back heel. Berenga puts it in towards Di Silvestri. Saved well, though, by Rui Patricio. That's Torino's biggest chance of the game so far, I would say. We find ourselves getting to this back four of Torino. It's just an absolute wall. I don't think they're really dedicating many players forward when they're attacking, so we're finding it quite difficult to counter them. Sancho with a lovely ball there to find Adama. Takes it well blocked, though, there by Aaron Moy. Johnny Otto here down the line for Jadon Sancho, who will cut inside very nicely with the McGeady spin. What a challenge there. Given away, though. Sancho now into Hakim Ziyech. Well saved by Sirigu. Adama Traore, though, is there on the rebound. And we grab ourselves the first goal of the game with just a minute of the first half left to go. And it's that man again, Adama Traore. Torino trying to pass it out from the back when there's far too many Wolves players around. I know I may well be tempting fate here with a possible mistake later on in the game, but Upamecano has been extremely solid since we called him out for being absolutely horrendous in his first game in a Wolves shirt. I've been very impressed with him since then. Torino made a couple of changes already in this game. We're only 55 minutes in, so that's quite early. As Sancho here finds Samaseku, ball through there towards Martinez, and that is 2. Simple as you like. Samaseku gets himself yet another assist in this series, and we've got some daylight between ourselves now and the Italian side. Sancho there, putting that into the middle for Diare Samaseku, who was actually fouled in the build-up there by a midfielder on the edge of the area, but it's a great ball through, and first time Martinez slots it into the bottom corner. Nothing that Sirigu can do to stop that one, and Martinez is back amongst the goals. I think that might be his first in, well, it definitely is actually his first in the Europa League, so that's the final action of the game for Josef Martinez. He's off after grabbing our second goal of the game. Munir, who's well amongst the goals at the moment, is coming on to replace him. Scored the winner in the first goal of this episode, obviously. Hopefully won't have to score a winner in this game. We're already 2 goals to the good. Diare Samaseku on the ball. Now into Munir. Oh, he's done excellently there as Munir. Oh, what a goal! That is absolutely outrageous from Munir. Take a bow, my son. What a goal. That is absolutely disgraceful from Munir. The skill to go past the defender and then the outside of the boot shot through the legs of the defender. He's taken the piss. Munir has scored an absolutely beautiful goal in this game. Honestly, what a player. This, though, is Kevin and Babu, who can put a ball to the edge of the area for Jonathan David, and he actually got on the end of it. Sirigu gets punched into his own net there by Andreas Pereira. That would have been an incredible way to score a fourth, but understandably, the referee rules it out. That is the final action. It is a 3-0 victory here in the Europa League. A very impressive display. Some very, very good goals as well there. That Munir strike for the third. So it's 2 wins from 2 in Europe. We've definitely taken command now of our group in the Europa League. Diare Samaseku was a big influence on that, getting a 9.6 rating and hence man of the match. 8.6 for Adama, 8.4 for Munir, and an 8.8 for the captain today, Willy Bolly, who was very impressive. No messing around, time to get into yet another game, and at home once again at the Molineux. This time we welcome Brighton to Wolverhampton. In fairness, though, the stamina is a massive issue during games. The recovery is pretty decent. The only player who's really tired is Upamecano, but I've left him in. Munir is one of the men to watch going into this game. Would you believe it? Overshadowing Josef Martinez. If I told you that Josef Martinez would be getting overshadowed by a man we bought for free back in January, then I think you would be questioning what I was talking about, given how good Martinez was in that first season. Here is Hakim Ziyech running into space. Martinez and Munir through the centre. This is Munir in space. He's hit the post. It falls to Martinez, though, and he manages to convert. I mean, it was a pretty poor miss, honestly, from Munir. It was my own fault because I didn't actually carry him on in his stride. It worked out in the end. It's a cheesy goal, but it is what it is. It's 1-0 inside, 4 minutes of this game. I seem to recall us absolutely destroying Brighton earlier on in this series. I'm not saying that's going to happen again. I'm sure they're going to bring out all the stops and try and grab themselves a goal or an equaliser or whatever, but I'm pretty sure we have a very, very good record against Brighton. Here's Upamecano bursting forward of all people, and he's played a great ball through to Martinez, who scored again. It's 2-0 inside 27 minutes, and Martinez has done it again. I was just saying Munir's been overshadowing him. He's on for a hat-trick inside 7.5 minutes. I also said we slapped Brighton silly recently, and it's going along those lines again. Nobody closed down Deo Upamecano, who I assume gets his first goal contribution of this series, and Matty Ryan doesn't even dive. Josef Martinez just blasts it past the Australian. I mean, I can't lie. It's been we've had worse starts to football matches before. This is Johnny Otto there into Ruben Neves. This is Josef Martinez clipped over the top here for Adama. We could grab another. It's cut back into Martinez and deflected over the bar. It could have been a hat-trick inside 14 minutes. Martinez through now here for Hakim Ziyech, and that should have been 3. Great save from Ryan. This now is Ruben Neves long range. It falls to Munir. Can't get the shot away, and Brighton survive another day without conceding a third. This here is Ruben Neves. Ball through again. Surely Martinez. This time he's grabbed himself the hat-trick now. It's taken a couple of attempts there, but Josef Martinez has his hat-trick in the first half. It is Wolves 3, Brighton 0. It is too easy. I don't know what is going on with Brighton in this series, but they really cannot handle us. Neves with the ball through, one touch and blasts it into the opposite corner. That may well be the first hat-trick of this series. If it isn't, then it was Martinez who scored it before, but I don't particularly remember anybody scoring a hat-trick in this series before. Brighton may not be done here. Is Chiesa with a bit of space? Well saved though by Max Jackson. Upamecano was flying across but getting nowhere near it, to be honest with you. We were very exposed. And that big chance for Brighton is how we end the first half. A very positive first half for us. I think it's about Brighton. They've got some good players here. And Done, Maxi Arnold, Gross as well, and he had the shot there. Saved again well by Max Jackson. He's got himself his hat-trick. Joseph Martinez leaves the field of play to a standing ovation. Himself and also Ziyech coming off there. Forward here down the left-hand side. Ball into Johan Bash. Great ball there into Yves Bissouma. An unorthodox save from Max Jackson, but a brilliant one nonetheless. That was absolutely brilliant from him, and it's now setting up a counter-attack here with Helder Costa, who cuts inside. It's still Helder Costa, goes for the finesse, blocked there by the defender, and Brighton get it clear. I don't know what Max Jackson just did, but it was brilliant. That was amazing. This kid's actually great. Oh, here come Brighton here with Yves Bissouma. Johnny Otto hasn't really got the stamina to deal with it, and Done is denied by that man again. Max Jackson, man. The 65 rated Youth Academy graduate. That's a ball there through towards Andone. Upamecano's got no stamina left, and Jackson is not beaten by the chip. He's too tall for those sorts of shenanigans. He's like 6'5", to be fair, is Max Jackson. He's huge. What a game this kid is having. I know it's kind of low pressure now because we got the 3-goal lead so early, but he's made some good saves. Like, he's not just kept a clean sheet in a game where we've not been tested. He's made about 5 or 6 saves now. Andone there into Bissouma. Out wide now here for Johan Bash, but again, simple save for Max Jackson. A mature head on young shoulders just calms everything down, pumps it long, and that is the end of the game. A 3-0 victory, a very comfortable one thanks to a Martinez hat-trick. He claims the match ball. It's a perfect 10 for Joseph Martinez, and no real surprise he was man of the match. Incredible first half performance from him. 9.2 for Neves, 8.9 for Upamecano, 7.8 for Max Jackson were other people who definitely stood out to me in that game. Now though, time for the final game in today's episode, and it's probably our most difficult challenge of today. We are away from home against Tottenham Hotspur at the aptly named Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Munir and Martinez once again carry on as our front two, and off the back of a hat-trick for Martinez and a very decent run of form for Munir, we'll be hoping for some more goals here today, even though Spurs are top of the table going into this game. Neves trying to play it down the line there for Adama, who was in space actually. That might be a route to explore that right-hand side, because Kyle Walker-Peters is playing down there. And I'm not saying Kyle Walker-Peters is a bad player, far from it. He's a pretty decent youngster, but as he puts the ball in for Kane and Jackson saves well, he might not be the best defensive player. That's an awful clearance from Mbabu, but Lamela can't really wrap his foot around it. Yeah, just as I'm bad-mouthing Kyle Walker-Peters, he puts in a perler of a ball for Kane. I mean, fair enough. In fairness, that's not why I was BMing him about. I was just saying he might be a little bit too attacking, in fairness. That might leave some holes for Adama to run into at some point during the game. Good ball there into Munir. Martinez, here is that space for Adama Traore to run into. It's Adama, and it's not kept out for Lloris. It's too hot to handle, and Adama Traore gives us the lead again. How many times has this man scored now in this season? Martinez gets the assist, and it's just what I was saying. Kyle Walker-Peters, he's a great young prospect, but he might be a little bit too inexperienced down Tottenham's left-hand side. It left Adama open. To be honest with you, could Lloris do better? Maybe. It is fired into the roof of the net very well, and we are a goal up against the Premier League leaders. Tottenham don't really know what's hit them in the first 12 minutes here. Tottenham not doing a very good job of keeping hold of the ball at the moment, although having said that, we've just given it away in a stupid position as well. And now here comes Dele Alli. Harry Maguire is the only man back for us, but he's done excellently to dispossess his international partner. Dele Alli with a great ball through there to find Heung-min Son, and it's a wonderful finish. That is ridiculous from Heung-min Son. It's 1-1. He celebrates with the manager. Pochettino will be lost for words. That was an incredible finish. The amount of power behind that was ridiculous. Set up by an incredible pass, in fairness, from Dele Alli, and Babu was trying to come over and cover. Harry Maguire was there as well. We'll take another look at it, but yeah, Dele Alli, that ball through was amazing, to be honest with you, and Babu couldn't get across in time, and to be honest, that finish is just ridiculous. Could Max Jackson have done better? Maybe a little bit, but there's ridiculous power behind that. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This is now Hakim Ziyech. Out wide here is Jadon Sancho, who's got a bit of space. Cuts inside as Jadon Sancho, just wide of the far post. Upamecano once again out wide to Mbabu. We're finding that right-hand side a lot, and again, Adama now in space to run into. Adama Traore, man at the back stick is Munir, but Hugo Lloris is there to pluck it out of the air. Needed a better ball once again. Neves wins that one in the air. Ziyech out wide once again now for Adama. Meant to aim at one of them is Martinez, and it's Munir who got in the way, and it's in somehow. That has gone in. Oh my goodness me. Munir celebrating the goal. I don't think he's going to keep it. The utter shithousery from Wolves. We've scored a couple of really nice goals today. That, however, is not that. Munir got in the way of Martinez's header, and Kieran Trippier has just put it in his own net. He could have cleared it away. Munir's trying to claim it. Surely that's not his goal. How has it been given to Munir? Kieran Trippier literally just prodded it into his own net. That's the final action of the first half. I have no idea how we're leading. Outrageous way to end the first half. I've got no clue how on earth we've done that, and we're coming forward straight away here in a second with Adama! Oh my word, what a way to start the second half! We barely had 15 seconds real time, and Adama Traore has rocketed the ball into the top corner. A goal right at the end of the first half, and right at the start of the second half. That is top bins and a half. Hugo Lloris doesn't even move. He's rooted to the spot as it flies past him. How in the world? What is going on in this football match? Oh my god, that goal from Adama. Wow, 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 wow. What a game this has been. Tottenham coming forward with Lamela, and it's just over the bar with the acrobatic effort. Christian Eriksen now on for Tottenham, but he won't take the set piece. Lamela will swing it in with his left. It's towards Adama. Cleared. Not very far. Eriksen, straight off the bench, fires it in as it was bouncing around the 18-yard box. And that is an instant impact from Christian Eriksen. 55 minutes gone, and it's 3-2. It's been a great game, in fairness, but we really should have got that clear. It's then been nodded back in by Toprak, bounced off Ziyech, and then Eriksen's fired it in. Maguire is so close to blocking that on the line as well. Son down the line for Walker-Peters. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic into Eriksen, well challenged by Upamecano. Kane came across. It looked like he'd been fouled. The referee gives nothing. Eriksen's still on the ball here. Ziyech up against him. Ball in towards Lamela, and Jackson with a save for the cameras, I feel there. That didn't need to be so dramatic. Hamsik there. Kane for company. Great ball through there to Christian Eriksen. And there is the equaliser. That ball, in fairness, was ridiculous from Marek Hamsik. Like, in my head, I don't know whether you were seeing that, but I was mapping out all the passes he could play. I was seeing Harry Kane, so I covered him with Upamecano. Problem is, Maguire was also tracking that run. I didn't notice Maguire also tracked the same run, which is frustrating, so it left that space in the middle for then Eriksen to run into. But what a ball, what a run from Eriksen, and what an impact he has made off the bench, and he's scored 2 goals. Sancho again here. This is Munir. Back into Sancho once more. Men in the middle. One of them is Andreas Pereira off the underside of the bar. Oh my goodness me. Millimetres away from making it 4-3 with a substitute of our own, Andreas Pereira there. Not known for his aerial ability, and he was literally the smallest of margins away from making that 4 goals to 3. Hamsik there through to Kane, and Hamsik fires it wide. Had the power but not the accuracy. That is the end of a thrilling football match, I've got to say. But I think, again, yeah, the fatigue and stamina issues are a real crippler, and it just doesn't seem to be something that the AI are experiencing to the same degree as me. You know, my players are running through quicksand at the end of games. Sancho had absolutely nothing left, and then Harry Kane and Dele Alli and the such like seem to be absolutely fine. Man of the match, Adama Traore, no real surprise, got 2 goals, 9.4 rating. Kevin Mbabu, Joseph Martinez, Munir and Upamecano also very impressive in that one. So here's how the Premier League is looking. It's a positive episode for ourselves. We started in 8th and we end the episode in P5. Just outside of the Champions League spots on goal difference. We are on a goal difference of +3, whereas Liverpool have a goal difference of +6. And fair play to Fulham, up in 3rd as well. Don't know how they managed that, but great start to the season for the West London side. In the background though, now you'll be able to see the Hall of Fame, where all the records and accolades are kept for the course of this series. And yeah, just take it all in, ladies and gents. There's plenty of stuff to get your teeth into. And now on the top right of the screen, you'll be able to see the vote for player of the episode. You guys can choose who has more of a chance of getting potential boosted in the next transfer window. There'll be plenty of options in this vote. Joseph Martinez, who got himself a hat-trick. Molineux was once again brilliant. Adama scored 3 goals, I think, during the course of this episode and got himself an assist as well. So, nevertheless, that is the end of today's episode here on the FIFA 19 Wolves Career Mode series, and I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then slap a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video, and it massively helps me out as we push towards 100,000 subscribers. Regardless, that is pretty much it from me. It's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
I've been smoking and drinking. Say the weed and the voice got me thinking skeptical. Boy, you better know when I'm under the influence. If I say shit, then I meant it all. Had a flashback when I used to kick ball, and the coach told me I weren't technical. Man, I lost all the air in my lungs, and it's like a man took a low blow to the testicles. Like you see the spare time, I invest it all to the music. Dug deep, now I'm seeing improvements. Spill force on the ink on the page, and it feels therapeutic. Yeah.